A quiet town, a string of murders, and a secret so dark it could tear everything apart. If you love mysteries with betrayal, shocking twists, and supernatural whispers, smash like and subscribe, because this story will keep you hooked until the very end. Chapter 1. The returned detective Ethan Cross never thought he'd come back to Hollow Creek. But when his phone rang with the sheriff's voice, "We need you. People are dying." He packed his bag. The town looked the same. Fog over the river, lanterns flickering in the streets, too quiet for comfort. But something darker stirred beneath the surface. Chapter 2. The murders, 3 deaths in 2 weeks. Victim 1. The librarian, throat slashed, books scattered in blood. Victim 2. A farmer, symbols carved into his chest. Victim 3. The mayor's son, found hanging from the old bridge. Locals whispered about a curse. But Ethan didn't believe in curses. He believed in killers. Chapter 3. Old friends. Old Lies. The sheriff, Mark Harlow, greeted him with a firm handshake. They'd grown up together, inseparable once. "Well, cracked this fast, like old times," Mark said. But Ethan noticed the nervous twitch in his friend's eyes. He was hiding something. And then there was Clara Vane, Ethan's former lover, now the town's doctor. She avoided his gaze, but her voice trembled when she said, "You shouldn't have come back." Chapter 4. The first clue. At the librarian's house, Ethan found a hidden journal. Inside were sketches of the same symbols carved into the farmer's chest. At the back of the journal, a list of names. Most were crossed out. Only a few remained. One of them was Ethan's. Chapter 5. The whispers. That night, Ethan stayed in his late father's cabin. At midnight, he woke to whispers, voices crawling through the walls, calling his name. "Ethan, it's your turn." He staggered outside, pistol in hand. But the yard was empty, only fog curling in the moonlight. When he returned inside, the journal lay open on the table. He hadn't left it there, and his name was freshly crossed out. Chapter 6. The first betrayal. The next day, Ethan confronted Mark. "You know more than you're saying." Mark avoided his eyes. "Drop this, Ethan. Some secrets ain't worth digging up. People are dead, Mark." But Mark just shook his head. And for the first time, Ethan realized his oldest friend might be part of the lie. Chapter 7. Clara's confession. Clara found him later. Her hands shook as she pressed a letter into his palm. "I can't explain. Just read this. And don't trust anyone." Before Ethan could speak, she fled into the fog. The letter was old, faded. His father's handwriting. "The curse is real. It's tied to blood. Ours." Ethan's pulse raced. His father had known. And Clara, why did she have this letter at all? Chapter 8. The river. That night, another body surfaced in the river. It wasn't a stranger. It was Sheriff Mark Harlow. His eyes were wide, his throat cut, the same symbols carved into his flesh. Ethan stood frozen on the bank. If Mark wasn't the traitor, then who had betrayed him? And why did the whispers in the fog sound exactly like his sister's voice, a sister who had died years ago? Chapter 9. Shadows of the past. Ethan stood over Mark's body as the river carried it away. His chest tightened, his oldest friend, gone. But something was wrong. The symbols carved into Mark's skin weren't identical to the others. They were rushed, uneven, almost deliberate misdirection. Someone wanted Ethan to believe Mark had been the traitor. Someone close. Chapter 10. The hidden room. Following the journal's clues, Ethan returned to the abandoned church on the hill. Beneath rotten floorboards, he found a staircase descending into darkness. Candles burned in a hidden chamber. On the walls, the same symbols, drawn in blood. And on a stone altar lay bones, human bones. Among them, a necklace he recognized instantly. His sister's. But his sister had died 10 years ago in a fire. Or so had been told. Chapter 11. The living ghost. Footsteps echoed. Clara appeared in the doorway, her face pale in the candlelight. "You weren't supposed to find this," she whispered. Ethan raised his gun. "What the hell is going on, Clara?" She trembled. "It wasn't Mark. It wasn't the town. It was me and your sister. The world spun. That's impossible. My sister is dead." Clara shook her head. "No, she survived the fire. And she's the one leading this. The whispers are hers." Chapter 12. The sisters returned. The chamber filled with cold air. From the shadows, a figure stepped forward, alive, flesh and blood. Lena Cross. Her eyes glowed with fanatic fire. "Brother, I've been waiting." Ethan staggered back. "You let us think you were dead." "I had to," Lena hissed. "Father's curse runs through our bloodline. I embraced it. I became what he feared. And now Hollow Creek belongs to me." Chapter 13. Blood against blood. Lena explained it all. Their father had been part of an ancient cult, binding their family to the curse. The murders were sacrifices to strengthen her hold over the town. Mark discovered the truth, so she silenced him. Clara helped her at first, but when Clara tried to break free, she gave Ethan the letter. "You betrayed me," Lena snarled at Clara. "You'll pay for that." Before Ethan could react, Lena plunged a knife into Clara's chest. Clara gasped, blood spilling, and whispered to Ethan, "Stop her before it consumes you too." Chapter 14, the final choice. Lena turned to Ethan, blade dripping. "Join me, brother. Together, we can rule this town, this curse, this power. Or stand against me and die." Ethan's hand shook on his gun. His sister, the girl had once sworn to protect, was now the monster destroying everything. But family bonds cut deep. Lena, his voice broke. "I'm sorry." Chapter 15, the last whisper. The gunshot echoed through the chamber. Lena staggered, eyes wide with shock. She reached for him, blood staining her lips. "You betrayed me." "No," Ethan whispered, tears burning his eyes. "You betrayed yourself." She collapsed onto the altar, the whispers around them dying into silence. The curse broke, the candles snuffed out. Hollow Creek breathed again. Chapter 16, ashes of Hollow Creek. Dawn broke over the river. The fog lifted for the first time in years. Ethan buried Clara and his sister side by side, his heart heavy with guilt and sorrow. The sheriff's badge lay in his pocket, Mark's badge. He set it on the graves. "All of you deserve better, but it'll carry the weight." As he left the cemetery, Hollow Creek was quiet. Too quiet. But in the wind, faint and chilling, came a whisper. "Ethan, it's not over." And that's the end of Whispers in Hollow Creek, a mystery of blood, betrayal, and family curses that refuse to die. If you want more haunting stories like this, smash like and subscribe, because the next one will be even darker.